Hey y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to Shadowverse episode 27. And I'll be watching the episode from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the minute and 34-second mark. In 3, 2, 1, and a go. Not a bad way of starting the tournament. You know what? I actually don't mind it when Hero loses the use of his trump card, only for the simple reason that we get to see him act creatively during scenarios where his back is against the wall. Daniel, well, that creature looks pretty damn awesome. But at the very least, Hero can do it. Jeez. Ah, that absolute faith, yeah. Thankfully, it was only one damage and not. He's not even beaten Hero yet. Did he not even watch his matches in the national tournament? Heroes and Sonars will only have like one defense left, and then he would just like wreak havoc towards the opposing opponent in a singular turn, especially when. Damn, that's kind of sad. Jeez, talk about a man who needs to just calm himself the fuck down. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Hero doesn't know what it feels like to lose, so I don't know if he can actually, I don't know if he can actually say anything that could come like Hero that much, because Shiro that much, because if I was sure, I would like, dude, you don't even know how it looks like to, how it feels like to lose. That's actually one of the downsides about Hero never losing a match in this series yet. Because when he says, oh, I know what it feels like to not want to lose, it doesn't really have the same impact in comparison to someone saying, you know how it feels, I mean, it doesn't have the same impact as someone who knows what to say when it comes to, I know how it feels like to lose. There is a huge ass difference. And that's one of the inherent downsides in Shadowverse at the moment. And they can't have Hero lose, because if they were to lose, the fate of the world would be pretty much fucked. So this is, at least in this specific instance, the writers do have themselves in a slight little corner. Not huge. Yo, the visuals there look great. I love the thick black and blue outlines. You want to be wrong. Damn, Mark, man, Shiro's gonna need to be using some leave after these done with this. No, seriously, this man's he got some adorable ass. He got some adorable ass cards. Jeez. I'm like, whoever's in charge of the management of Alice's deck, they need to be motherfucking fired. Because I'm just saying all these other characters have much more adorable cards than whatever's in her deck, and with more effect too. Hey, you know, here's been in worse spots than this. Okay, has Shiro not seen no Shadowverse matches? You can have like literally one or two defense, and you can still fucking win. But bitch will fuck out in an opponent just by a few draws. It's like Shiro wants to literally lose by jinxing himself and talking that way. It's Shadowverse law. He is. He is gonna do it, Shiro. If you had kept your mouth shut, maybe he would have stood on the floor. But you've co-signed your fate, dude. You co-signed it. Is he gonna actually get usage of that legendary card? I mean, hmm. Oh snap! Is that again? Yo, is that actually allowed in Shadowverse though? Can you just randomly add a new card into your deck though? You know what? F it. This is badass. I'm not gonna think about the intrinsic values of the freaking rules. This looks cool. Infinity Dragon. That is a badass name. You like the effect too when the thing's just burning up. Yo, that looks fucking cool. And it just makes it look older with like much more detailed artwork. It's like the animators want to show off. Wait, it has more effects? Okay, that just feels broke. Oh shit, that feels broken. Jeez, that dragon is savage. It's gonna be damage. Nani? The hell? Yo, I'm gonna play dragon. He's like the definition of broken. I gotta admit, that was a fine finisher there. Whoa. Hmm. I mean, at least he's getting. Alright, at least he's getting some character development, Shiro. He's realized the error of his ways, and now he knows the proper way of doing things. Hell yeah, our ball did it. Huh. I don't know, would he really be safe there by himself, though? For... don't tell me they're gonna rush the match of everyone else. Come on, Shadowverse. It's supposed to be. Oh, okay. At least it's not the major high matches. I thought for a sec they skipped all the way towards them going after like the legendary cards, I'd have been a little bit worried. Hmm. I mean, Kai ain't exactly wrong. Oh, oh, it's a fan club. Oh, oh, what the fuck? Oh man, I gotta admit that was a fucking awesome gag. Where the fuck did that come from though? She's a little girl surrounded by fully grown fucking men. I don't know. I think going after her would probably be a priority. I'm just saying. Probably a bunch of her fanboys though. Oh man. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. If the episode would have, no, the episode's been pretty nice so far. But if it would have sucked, that, wow, and I would have probably whipped it up to at the very least average. Oh, poor guy. Who knows? Maybe the person that let her there is probably one of her fanboys or fangirls. It got to be that got to be it. Because seeing that even though when Shadow takes possess someone, it does have a similar to the personality. Which this is gonna. Oh, I thought for a second that that's just the other one would be facing Mamori just for some payback. But alright, this works too. Jeez, what a selfish bitch. Then what his ass? Oh, okay, so that's everyone known pretty well then, kind of like Shuro then. Oh, hell yeah, I gotta admit, that shot looks pretty damn cool right there with like the verses. Dun, 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 dun. I always love the song that plays. So damn cool. Oh, I thought that would have been his mother or something like, well, who's that woman? But no, it's Shuro when he was younger. Oh, long. Jeez. What an interesting thing to say to a just a random kid you've met. Well, in a way, it does show you Leon's compassion because he didn't help out a kid on the street. And going by that, so we know he raised him up. So that actually shows you that Leon, he's. Aww. You know what? I actually like this. It gives Maru characterization. And it gives Leon characterization too. At least now we know why they're close to each other. also shows off how deeply Leon's been into this shit. Fucking adopting orphan kids on the street to the extent to try to save the world. That's pretty damn badass. So I'm like, yo, that's some conviction. Okay, I was gonna get a little bit worried that they're gonna actually skip parts of the match, which they still kind of are skipping parts of the match. She jinxed herself in saying that. You know, I love her taunting nature here. Uh, That's a, oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. That's another thing I like about Alice. She can talk shit, and she can be like the only shit talker in the series that can actually still win a match, despite talking shit. That makes Alice the legendary character in the series for me. Yeah, I mean that card is pretty damn adorable. Look at the way he's pointing at like the sound effects. Mm. Talk about being on the off, but then again, I can see why the opponent would be scared. She hasn't. Dude, it's just a single turn though. Shadowverse, it's a game of runs. It's who can whip up the most amount of well done turns, and that's who gets the win in this series. Oh yeah, something I like about Kai facing her, at the very least, is not going to be too familiar with her deck. I don't think anyone would be jealous of her personality though. And you know, I like the contrast. Alice knows that the twins are sacks of shit, so she doesn't try to talk it through with them. Well, guy, he's just barely meeting these one of the twins. So when he Gimini, so with Guy, he's trying to, should I say, talk no jutsu the fuck out of them. So I like the differences in approaches. The hell? I think he's putting. I think he's talking a bit ahead of time, though. I mean, at the very least, Shira already did his job. And for Alice and Kite's to be determined for both of them. Hmm. I mean, he only did some small damage though. I don't think that's anything for kind of celebrate about. Yeah. I mean, calculations are nice, but sometimes you do have to be a bit more fluid though. You can't be always relying on your calculations to. Yo, I just love how they both did it at the same time, and then they summoned the same card too. I gotta admit, that's a cool little touch. Damn, they're cocky as shit. I love it though. It's only make it more satisfying when these bitches are taken down. It's gonna make it much more funny to see. Oh, the CD. No, seriously, it gives me like the fucking 80s vibes. I love it. Oh shit, God. Oh, Satan. Oh man. Seriously, whoever sings this has a manly voice. Oh man, it speaks to me. The voice of this song. Wow, it's amazing. Fuck yo. All right, but now I gotta get back into talking about the episode now. Even though, man, this CD is fucking fantastic. Holy fuck. Now, I'm gonna rate this episode so far. It's actually pretty damn good. I was gonna rate it out of 10, but because of the little gag Kai just threw into the floor, and then the Alice fanboys, or should I say fan club, still takes her into the ruins location. I'm just like, that's fantastic. So I'm gonna bump it up to an 8.5 out of 10. Because despite them all being overtaken by the shadows, they still have enough willpower to their fandom to help out the object of their appreciation. So that was actually pretty damn adorable there. And that's what I have bumped to at the very least an 8.5 out of 10. That made me laugh a lot. And another thing I do like about this, okay, I'm gonna just see TV. Da, 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 da. Alright, good. At least they're not gonna rush Alice and Kai's matches. Yo, that mission quality looks amazing. Whoa. No, I'm serious. Holy sh! No, seriously, how much money did they spend on this series? Holy, yo, this series has like better visuals than some of the currently seasonal fall 2020 anime. Considering this one is a long runner. Jeez, it's like the series has like infinite budget. Oh hell yeah. Well, anyways, enough about me gushing about the visuals though. Let me just talk about why I justified the 8.5 out of 10 score. For one, I think the series deserves it just for the simple fact that it actually puts the Gibberish sisters into factor again because they did have an antagonistic relationship against Alice and Momori. So I kind of like how this episode can extend the interactions that one of the Gibberish sister has with Alice, so that's going to make for a lot more funner dialogue. And I like the contrast this match in the episode has versus the other matches. Because with Alice, her being a shit talker actually makes her something more unique. Because in this series, a lot of the characters, they're humble, they don't want to talk shit. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against that. But with Alice talking shit, it makes a unique dynamic with one of them being unique, one of them being different. And that's something that doesn't escape me in the series, and that's why I absolutely loved some of the dialogue in this episode. And another thing I did like too in this episode, on top of that, I actually like how from the story standpoint, we get to finally see one of the legendary cards in action. And it actually does justify why they would want those cards with like the amount of power it had and all those effects. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, no wonder why they want those. And one of the Gibberish sisters, I like how it keeps consistent with the personality where they just want the legendary cards to try to profit off of them. It's a nice extension of how they were in comparison to how they were first introduced. So I cannot wait to see where that leads. And that's why I thought it did pretty well from a character and story standpoint. I'd say the only potential flaw I see though is it gonna be like the same thing with Kai and Alex? We're gonna have like the Vex in the corner, and then are they just gonna whip out legendary cards in the final turn and win the matches that way? Hope it doesn't go that route because then it's gonna feel a little bit predictable. Because I'm like, oh, so this is gonna happen with Mori, this is gonna happen with Moro, and this is gonna happen with Kazuki too. That's and Lucia. That's like the only thing that's slightly worrying. If they mix it up and there are some matches where the characters don't, at least some of them don't need to use the legendary cards, you know? Because if they just whip it out during the matches, it's gonna feel like, at least if you ask me, it's gonna feel a little Ash Polish, and that'd be a little bit worrying because lately the series has been pretty darn consistent. But aside from that, though, I liked everything else about this episode. Thought the visual quality was damn good, at least in the first half. Second half, of course, it could have used a bit more spicing up. But that's probably because 28 looks amazing, so I can't wait for that. Thought the voice performances were nice, and I think that's why for me this episode was a strong, strong effort. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on Shadowverse episode 27. I'd like to hear your thoughts on how I feel about the episode or my reaction in the comment section below. I'd like you all to rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if y'all come back for more. But anyways, y'all, hope y'all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, and be sure to rate, share, comments, and subscribe. Have a fantastic day, y'all.